took his chick out. We tried to start like ball hype, pretty face guy like, bro, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm on this. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my shit. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro. They tryna me. That's the wrong way to ruin me. Back your buddy, if he get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause I can't name that nigga dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Yeah, baby.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Love gonna air this out to start. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. send Hill right. Another try following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Love looking to pass. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stand.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Reed now in motion left. First play, Stroud's gonna pass. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Nico Collins, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Pierce up the middle. Oh, stiff arm. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Here's 2nd and 14. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
All right, man.
69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Packers will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Love out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Hill. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw, here's Love. Komet pulls it in along the sideline. And he crosses midfield before going out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shotgun now for Love. Davis there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Love from the gun.
Whoop, I'll take him.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. Give me that interception for the Mayor Brock. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3 and maybe more.
And that quarterback wants that throwback so much so. You could feel it right when he let it go. That was a route they've been working on, and a lot of offensive effort goes by the wayside as the defense finally gets itself off the field.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, Stroud. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I used to bobble.
On play action, here's Stroud.
Come on, he
Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense move.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted.
Hey,
And the
we'll
Texans
get it
have
back.
it
Madden
as he
know they
records
played.
his 7th interception of the
Madden
season.
know they played me.
I know he started the play.
Give me that.
But gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates
Bro,
proud.
stop playing with
They
me.
get it right back. That's intercepted. Along the right sideline, there's
So you
space.
telling me?
And he takes this
All right.
one back for the pick six.
I see how this is gonna go.
That play, Brock, that play was beautiful.
Hey,
Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be
I know exactly how
tacklers.
this is gonna go.
And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
So at the end of one, a defensive touchdown has provided us all. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Return starts from the goal line. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 37. Complete to Dell. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans tie and can take the lead here in the second. Take down the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
You can match up overall.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the
Oh,
air.
he tripping.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Texans take possession. Give me that 4th interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. From the gun, here's Pierce. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I definitely tried that one. Oh.
The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first and 10, here's Love. That's into the hands of Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Throwing, Love. Throwing all the way to the end zone here.
That's a good pick.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Loves to throw again. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here's Love. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Chooses to bring this one out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's complete, right side. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, Stroud. He puts some power on a deep one left.
Oh, you gotta hold on
Defender
to
arrives
that.
right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You gotta hold on to that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Stroud. He's on the move.
Throw it away. I threw it away.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. This one misses the tight end. And now they face second down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Hey, I'm going to try my best not to, bro.
Reed now in motion left. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans with a chance to add to their lead. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Not to lose.
Reed now in motion left. Here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. To the air, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Drop.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later. One of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. That throw finds Komet. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. First down throw. Here's Love. Cut by Jacobs. And he's out of bounds past midfield.
That was funny right there, though.
They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down Packers.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Shotgun now for Love. Completes this one to Hill. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Love from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Come on, bro.
That's caught for the first. It's a Green Bay touchdown.
I knew he was going around.
So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers push their lead to 3.
Oh, yeah.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again.
Yeah, run them lights up.
From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Stroud from the pistol. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10.
Come on,
It's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
CJ.
From the gun, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little shine after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Chased out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Moore's got it. And he'll get it up to the 44. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this.
I ain't been running the ball in them for real. I just been
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return starts from the goal line. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the 2nd half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this 2nd half.
Running left, it's Pierce. Juke the defender. And this is a nice gain. That stopped at the 47. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Right back it goes to Pierce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Eagle Street to be Pacific.
They'll go right back to Pierce.
How you
And
get
he has
turned around,
enough
my
room
guy?
to gain about 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Are you pressing?
From the 23. He's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Working quickly here. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here.
Oh, my God. I lost another running back. They got my fullback in now. That's crazy.
Back to throw, Stroud. Flush down now to his left.
Oh, run, CJ. Run, CJ.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Little Tex on the extra point. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Motion.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Broke through the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Nope, we own it.
Him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
This way you're taking it right here.
Here we go.
Handoff, headed left, Pierce. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
This way you're taking it
Give
right
him
here.
18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. 1st down, and they go right back to it. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Carrying that rock.
On the carry, it's Pierce. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Throwing is Stroud. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Oh, you pressing?
From the 19.
Oh.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't connect to a tank down.
Yeah, because I'm
And that brings up fourth and long.
I'm going for it.
The Packers take their first time out. As that'll leave him with just 2 to
Yeah,
use
because
the
I'm
rest of the
disrespectful
way.
like that, I'm going for it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. He's back to throw. He connects downfield on fourth. That'll be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. And this is Pierce. Will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the third. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On the return, here comes Davis. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Love now to throw. He gets it complete. Here's Marshawn Lloyd. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
I tried to take his head off. Really?
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Love now. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Love on 3rd and short. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
All right, that's cool.
Loves to throw again. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Love out of the shotgun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Completed to Davis. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Lloyd on the shotgun handoff.
Oh,
Has the Green Bay touchdown.
I doubled too early.
The Packers now within 1 score in the 4th. Marshawn Lloyd with the touchdown. Big spot for the Packers here. They'll go for 2. He's throwing for it. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the give to Pierce. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Pierce up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just...
Touchdown, Houston! The Texans make it a 9-point advantage. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Finding Davis. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun now for Love. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. They send Hill right. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Finds him over the middle. Has some room to work. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Pierce. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Pierce. Room for him past the 30. And he's finally marked down at the 34. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Okay.
First
You
and 10
want
at the
Jeff?
34-yard line.
Shaking your head for.
They give it to Pierce. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This is Pierce. Along the sideline past midfield. And finally down right along that opposing 40. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans only up by a few. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, here's Pierce. And he's tackled for a short gain. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing deep for the end zone. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Packers have some new life in the 4th.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Hits him on the out route. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Back to throw. Completed here to Komet. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Setting up to pass. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Looking to throw it. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw it. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Davis there to grab it. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Love. No place to go, so he just threw it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now to throw. Catch is made in close. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The zone ain't working too much, so
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
I try to do something.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. On the move, headed right. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, Stroud. Trying to push it deep downfield.
Come on.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
What?
And the Packers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You feel unlucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Looking to throw.
Nope.
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Backed up on their own goal line,
That's
Brock.
crazy.
A bit surprising to me that they decided to throw for it there.
Yeah, I think where they were at certainly played a role
That's
in that
crazy.
eventual interception. You know, coaches will say, play fast but never in a hurry. That sure felt hurried all the way along, and it led to that turnover.
That's crazy. I
They'll
basically
get
got
this
one
drive
shot.
started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Oh, boy.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That is wild.
1st and 10 now from the 30. One final shot here. Rolling left, buying some time. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over.
That's crazy.
So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win.
Crazy.
And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried.
Hey. Hey.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, you hired. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired.
wild.
Couldn't sleep, my floor's too higher. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white.
But y'all have a good day.
Get down sheets, I got stripes
I'm out.
on my